Ladies, I've been a doctor for over 35 years, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: some of the advice you've been given about your health is not just outdated, it's downright dangerous. Today, I'm going to expose 7 medical lies that I've seen senior women believe. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your health the same way again. Before we start, hit that like button, tell me in the comments if you've ever been told something about your health that didn't feel quite right, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the truth next time. Lie number 1. Pain is just a normal part of getting older. I wish I could tell you how many times I've heard this in my office. A woman will come in, wincing as she lowers herself into the chair, and when I ask her how long she's been in pain, she shrugs and says, "Oh, it's just age." No, that is not the truth. Yes, occasional stiffness in the morning or a bit of soreness after a busy day can happen more as we age, but ongoing, daily pain, the kind that stops you from enjoying the things you love, is your body's way of waving a big red flag. When we dismiss it as just old age, we risk letting treatable problems get worse until they become permanent. I once had a patient, Margaret, who had hip pain for nearly a year. She told herself it was just arthritis and pushed through it. By the time she came to see me, it was a fracture that had worsened over months, making surgery her only option. If she'd come in sooner, a simple treatment plan could have spared her the surgery and months of rehab. Here's the truth: pain is not a normal part of aging. It's a normal sign that something needs attention. Whether it's muscle weakness, inflammation, nerve compression, or something more serious, we can almost always improve it. The first step: stop accepting pain as your new normal. Lie number 2. Once you're past menopause, you don't need regular checkups. This one makes my blood boil because I've seen the consequences up close. Somewhere along the way, many women get the idea that once periods stop, there's serious health risks due to. It's as if menopause is the final chapter, and after that, there's nothing urgent left to check. But here's the reality: your postmenopausal years are when some of the most dangerous health problems sneak in quietly without obvious symptoms. Osteoporosis, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, thyroid disorders, memory changes, even certain cancers that develop silently for years. I remember Linda, a vibrant 72-year-old who felt perfectly fine. She hadn't had a checkup in over a decade. She said she didn't see the point anymore. When she finally came in for unrelated back pain, we discovered advanced osteoporosis, dangerously high blood pressure, and a heart rhythm problem she didn't even feel. A single fall could have left her in a wheelchair. Regular checkups aren't just about catching disease. They're about staying ahead of problems before they start stealing your independence. I tell my patients, menopause is not the finish line. It's the start of a whole new race, and the right screenings are your running shoes. Lie number 3. If your blood pressure is high in the doctor's office, it's just nerves. Now, I know many of you have heard of white coat syndrome. And yes, it's real. Sitting in a cold exam room, under bright lights, with someone in a lab coat staring at you, it can make anyone's heart race. But here's the problem: too many women use that as a reason to ignore consistently high readings. I had a patient, Rose, who always had high readings in my office. She swore her blood pressure was normal at home. I asked her to check it twice a day for a week and bring in the numbers. And guess what? Every single reading was high. She'd been unknowingly living with uncontrolled hypertension for years. Why does this matter so much? Because high blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You can feel absolutely fine and still be damaging your heart, your brain, and your kidneys every single day. The tragedy is when the first symptom isn't dizziness or headaches, it's a life-altering stroke or heart attack. So yes, nerves can raise your numbers temporarily, but if it happens often, it's worth investigating. Buy a home monitor, keep a log, and take it seriously. A 5-minute check could prevent decades of disability. Lie number 4. It's too late to start exercising. This is one of the most heartbreaking myths because it robs women of hope and mobility. I can't count how many times I've heard a patient say, "Oh, I'm too old to start now." The damage is already done. That's simply not true, and the science backs me up. Exercise at 60, 70, 80, or even 90 still changes the body. It improves balance, strengthens bones, boosts mood, sharpens memory, and lowers the risk of almost every major disease. You don't have to run marathons. Gentle strength training, water aerobics, tai chi, or even brisk walking can completely transform how you feel. Let me tell you about Helen. She was 79 when she started a lightweight training program. Nothing extreme, just 2 sessions a week with a personal trainer who understood older bodies. Within 6 months, she had more energy, slept better, and could get out of a chair without using her hands for the first time in years. The sparkle in her eyes came back, not because she looked younger, but because she felt capable again. The idea that it's too late is just an excuse that society has planted in our heads. Movement is medicine, and your body is never too old to take it. Lie number 5. If you feel fine, your heart must be fine. If I could stamp one warning label on every woman's bathroom mirror, it would be this: your heart doesn't always send loud warnings before trouble hits. So many women, especially in their 60s and 70s, tell me, "But I walk every day, I eat well, and I feel fine. My heart must be in great shape." And while those are wonderful habits, feeling fine is not proof that everything is okay. Here's why. Heart disease in women often develops silently. Plaque can build in the arteries for years without causing pain or shortness of breath. In fact, for many women, the first symptom of heart trouble is a heart attack itself, and sometimes it's fatal. And when women do have symptoms, they're often very different from men. Instead of the movie scene chest clutch, women may experience jaw pain, back discomfort, indigestion, nausea, or sudden fatigue. I've had patients who thought they had the flu or food poisoning when they were actually having a cardiac event. One of my patients, Joan, was 68 when she came in complaining about low energy and a bit of heartburn. She was about to leave for a holiday. Something in her description worried me, so I sent her for further testing. She had severe blockages in 2 major arteries. A few more weeks without intervention, and she might not be here today. The truth? You can feel perfectly fine and still have dangerous heart disease brewing. That's why routine checks, cholesterol monitoring, and honest conversations with your doctor are non-negotiable, even if you feel like you could run a marathon. Lie number 6. Weight gain is unavoidable after menopause. This one frustrates me because it sounds harmless, but it's actually very dangerous. Yes, hormonal changes during and after menopause can make weight management more challenging. Your metabolism slows, muscle mass declines, and fat tends to shift around the abdomen. But unavoidable? Absolutely not. When women believe this lie, they often stop trying altogether. They give up on making changes to their diet, stop exercising, and accept a slow creep of extra kilos as just the way it is. But that extra weight, especially around the waist, isn't just about how you look in the mirror. It's linked to a much higher risk of type 2 diabetes, joint damage, heart disease, and even certain cancers. I once worked with a woman named Frances. She was 73, postmenopausal for over 2 decades, and believed it was too late to lose weight. She was dealing with knee pain, prediabetes, and high cholesterol. Together, we made simple, sustainable changes: smaller portions, more protein, light strength training twice a week, and cutting down on sugary snacks. In 8 months, she lost 11 kilos, her knee pain improved, and her blood sugar returned to normal. The point isn't that you have to be skinny. The goal is to keep your body in the best shape possible for mobility, energy, and disease prevention. Menopause changes your body, Yes, but it doesn't take away your control. Lie number 7. Memory loss is just part of aging. There's nothing you can do. This lie robs women of hope before they even have a chance to fight back. It's true that our memory and processing speed can slow with age, but that doesn't mean there's nothing you can do to keep your brain sharp. When I hear women say, "Well, my mother had memory problems, so it's inevitable for me," I remind them that genetics is only part of the story. Lifestyle is powerful. Staying socially active, learning new skills, eating a brain-healthy diet, and getting quality sleep can all help protect your mind. I had a patient, Patricia, who came to me worried about her slipping memory. She was forgetting names and misplacing things more often. We ran tests. Nothing serious showed up, so I gave her a brain plan: daily walks, joining a book club, cutting down processed sugar, and doing a puzzle or memory game for 20 minutes a day. 6 months later, she told me her memory felt sharper and her confidence was back. The real danger of believing this lie is that it makes you passive. You stop challenging yourself, stop learning, stop trying, and that's when decline accelerates. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you keep using it, it stays strong. If you stop, it weakens faster than you expect.